Hi everyone, this is Autumn, the crafting enthusiast here on YouTube. I'm gonna unbox this for you. Christmas Cabin by Dona Gelsinger. I just got this a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm gonna unbox it for you. And then I'm gonna kit it up on the same video. So it's gonna be a little longer. I'm gonna unbox it and I'm going to kit it up. So it will be an unboxing, kit and chat, and then right when I'm done with that, I'm going to start working on it. So I'll just do boom, 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 so you guys can see me start it, and then we can do a whip and chat, and I'll make it kind of longer. I'll try to find good things to say. Let's get into it. So exciting. Okay. Ooh, this box is damaged. The box is really damaged. I'm sure the kit inside is probably not, but yeah, the box is damaged. Okay. Open this up. Open this baby up. Here we go. Here is your toolkit. It's the standard toolkit that comes with all Diamond Art Club kits now. You do get a smaller one if you get a what are they called? They're just I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to fight with words today again. Here's their pen. It is. Take the top off. Spin it slow. And just go until the putty comes out. And it comes out slow, so just turn it slow so it doesn't blow out the sides. I've had the sides blow out. There it is. It's already started. You drop the top and away you go. There's a multi-placer on the other side. I think it's a 4. Okay, let's do bag of baggies. Pink wax. It does have a plastic coating on it. Peel it back. I can get it. Dip your pen in. Peel it back, dip your pen in, and start diamond painting. There is some putty to refill your pen or just use it however you wish in your multi-placers. Another single placer and a multi-placer. Your tray, your stopper, and the top, which is super gratifying. So yeah, you could totally kit up in this. If you have enough of them, I mean, you don't have to have a whole lot. Some small kits just have like 10 or 15 colors, so it would totally work. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. I'm sure you've all seen that toolkit. And here's your wallet. Open it up and see how many colors there is. So here's your Facebook group, your step-by-step instructions, your tips and tricks, your 20% off of iPhone app, Android app, first purchase, kit contents in a pretty little wallet. These are all stickers. This is a pre-cut sticker right here, right here. I mean, your title. You could totally use this whole thing to use in a logbook. I'll turn it to the side so you can see this beautiful start and end date sticker for your logbook or however you choose to use it. 77 colors. There are 77 colors. It looks like 4 fairy dust, 2 ABs. They are listed down here at the bottom. Instead of being over here at the beginning, they put them down here at the bottom. So there you go. There's your, this basically your main details. 77 colors. It is a square kit. It is 36.6 by 27.6 or 92.8 centimeters by 69.9 centimeters. And then there's the SKU number. Okay, so that aside, I will pull it out here. There is. We have a trading card. We have a trading card. This one looks like a silver. Christmas Cabin by Dona Gelsinger. 36.6 by 27.6 inches. Okay. Out of the protective branded dust sleeve. Oh, the diamonds are coming out. Okay. I'm gonna real quick pull these diamonds out. Hold on one moment. Okay. Here are the colors. If you don't want the crinkling, you can. I'm trying to use another microphone to see if I can get the crinkling to quiet down a little bit in my videos to make this sound a little less crisp, per se. Not lower sound quality, just a little less hard on the ears. And I do understand those that are sensitive to this sound. But you can mute your microphone or your headphones or whatever you're listening to until I get done messing with the diamonds and then unmute them. So here we go. We have 353, 160, 939, 905, 904, 310, 3 bags, 791, 336, 341, 2 bags, 801, 2 bags, 3768, 161, 2 bags, 157, 2 bags, 930, 890, 2 bags, Z3865. It is a white fairy dust, and it's very hard to capture that fairy dust on the white. There's a lot of colors where it's really easy to see and it's really sparkly, and this is sparkly, it's just harder to see. 3371, 3840, 823, 400, 792, 775, looks like 2 bags, 159, 3818, 2 bags, 3807, 2 bags, 301, and 924. 898, 2 bags, 158, 2 bags, 938, 2 bags. Here's an AB, 906, really pretty green. 498, Z907, another fairy dust. I'm going to capture that for you. There you go. You can see a little bit on there. 3799, 436, 951, 300. Last train. Nope, there's 2 more trains. 817, 414, 814, 3860, 3042, 741, 931, 3826. Z666, a beautiful red with the A, or the, not the AB, but the fairy dust. Nice and shimmery. 352, 743. Here's an AB. It is AB 3078. Very pretty. 793, 815, Z445, another pretty yellow, and this is a fairy dust. 844, 3839, 977, 725, 451. Last train, 3856, 720, 3861, 742, 3827, 780, 3781, 3041, 3022, 646, 340, 524, 6014, 3032, 3801, 647, 732, 311, 738, and 961. Okay, I'm going to put the diamonds aside and I will show you on the canvas. Okay, let's flip this canvas over. First thing about the Diamond Art Club canvases is they are soft velvet and they flatten very quickly. And they are scalloped and poked edges. You have a thumbnail here in the bottom corner. There is no ink on this one, no markings. It's really pretty. It is called Christmas Cabin by Dona Gelsinger. It's very sticky glue, 36.6 by 27.6. There. So this cover here, this plastic cover, I don't know if you can see that, but it is perforated. You can just tear out a square at a time if you don't have any release papers or anything like that. Okay, this is a very large canvas, so let me see if I can get it all in frame. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I will try. I'm going to zoom out just a hair. We have legends on the bottom right, on the top left, and we have this beautiful scene. Snell River, or it looks like a lake. Perfect winter scene. Fire, campfire, and 2 chairs to sit. We have the cardinals in the tree, and berries over here. This tree right here, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can see the moon. I'm gonna have to kind of turn it to the side, I think, a little bit, or here, I'll just pull it down. Okay, there's the top of the canvas. So you can see the tree up here, this moon. There is a tiny bit of color blocking right here. There is some line blocking right here in the cabin. And look at how high the flames go. The flames are going from here and they just go up and up. So pretty. So there's 4 fairy dust. The R, I'm looking over here, the R is in the tree. It's a reflection of the fire in the tree. It's also in the flame, lettered throughout. It is in the windows to create light, or the appearance of light. It's in this lantern right here. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This bow tie, it looks like a bow tie, and it is red, Z666, and it's in the chairs, the backs of the chairs right here. I'm betting it's probably in the lantern. Yeah, it's in the lantern too. It's in a little bit of the berries that are on the bushes here. And then it's in this, it's a little bit in this bow on the wreath. That green arrow down, number 907, it's in littered throughout these shrubs. Littered throughout. Everywhere there is a berry, it almost looks like there's a green arrow. Yeah, all the way down here to the corner. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty. Up here, it's up here littered in this big tree. It's a green arrow down. There's a little bit right here. So, and then the Z3865 is just a dot. And that is a little bit of blocking, color blocking right here, which is the same color blocked in a certain area. So you can do a little bit of multi-placing with that if you choose to do that with squares. And yeah, it's throughout. It's right here on the water. It is the whole moon. The whole moon is this Z3865. That is the fairy dust. And your ABs are AB 906. It looks like to me, it looks like the rabbit ears that we used to have on our TV. So we'll look and see if I can find it. And it is green. It is a very dark green. I'm looking. Here it is. Down here in these shrubs. It's the dark green in these shrubs. That's kind of a medium green, I guess. It's kind of like confettied throughout these shrubs. There's a little bit of it. And that's an AB. And then the other AB is 3078. And it looks like I could show you without bumping the camera. This symbol right here. It's like a slant with a dot in the middle. And that is a yellow. So you'll see where it's at. Here, it's in the fire. Right here. It's up here in the flames that are going high. So it gives it a little bit more of that dimension, that brightness. Yep, it's in the window. It's in the lantern a little bit. And it's right here in the reflection of the snow, on the snow from the fire. So there is your canvas. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look forward to kitting this up with you. And I'm going to get everything out and I'm going to kit it up right now. Okay, let's get to kitting up. I organize these in process of weight because that's how Diamond Art Club does it. So this is the smallest weight, next size up, and I am going to be kitting up in my Elizabeth Ward container. So we've got the small ones. We've got these just slightly larger, and then from there it's just slightly larger than that. So there's the largest one, which is the one I'm going to have to use for the 310 because there's mostly, that's the most there is 3 bags of 310. Here's the largest. So, and then this is the slightly less. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, we have, I can set them up here for you so you can see. And most people that do this Diamond Art Club or diamond painting thing, they kind of understand how Elizabeth Ward containers work. So that's going to be the process of how I'm going to do this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to start kitting this up right here with you today. And I'm going to do a whip and chat after, just so we can start working on it because I'm excited to get to this one. So the stickers, I need the stickers. Sticker sheet. And I'm not really going to go in numerical order. I'm just going to pick which one is the first and then go from there. I'll put it right there. So this morning I got up and I noticed that Crafting with V was doing a live. So I hopped on there and I got to see Granny, talk to Granny. Tita is on there. And I want you guys to be able to see my hands. So I'm going to tip this down just a little bit so you can see my hands working. And there may be a little crinkle here. I'm just going to move all of these aside so that I can have a little bit of room to work with my hands. So my first one is 157. Actually, I'm going to grab my first bag first. Okay. 793. Find it on here. So jumped on there, watched the live, which was great, V. Thank you. And got to chat a little bit with Lazy Retired Granny and Tita, and a lot of other people that are just so kind. I didn't grab my spray. Oh well. This is number 30. I'll organize them according to number once I get this down. 732. I'm going to move these around because I'm working with this tray first. So this tray has all the smaller ones in it. So because there's 77 colors in this, I have to use two of the Elizabeth Ward containers. 732. And then I just can't, I have 4 of them all together, but I have Country Ladies kitted up in the other one. So this is just kind of my process of how I kit up. And if I start noticing static here, I'm gonna go grab a dryer sheet and I'm gonna use that little trick that I saw on a couple other videos, and I got a couple comments about it too, about using a dryer sheet, just laying them out on the dryer sheet and rubbing them with the dryer sheet to get rid of the static. So 524. So yeah, it was a great live, and everybody was having such amazing conversations on there. I liked the conversation, was so down to earth, and anybody can relate to most of the stuff that's being talked about, right? I got a little FOMO this last week and ordered a bunch of the new kits from Diamond Art Club. I also ordered some from Dreamer Design, some of their newer ones. I got She Shed is in. I just didn't go to the post office and pick it up because they don't deliver to my house. So yeah, that's okay. I don't know why USPS won't. I do know why. They won't deliver to our house because we are a little bit over a mile away from the mailboxes. So they always leave a slip in my mailbox, and then I have to go down and pick it up. I keep moving stuff around. I'm finding my comfortable spot. My hair is everywhere. 961. Can you see this in the shot? I don't know if you can see it. I'm looking right here. Getting the smaller ones done first. So then, this last week was pretty rough. So I had a really bad migraine. There was extreme, see what I'm doing? Weather, like a barometer change. And I got a really bad migraine. It was so bad that it was one of the worst ones that like literally knocked me off my feet, and I couldn't get out of bed. And when I did, I felt like I was going to throw up. So nothing was touching it. The migraine was just, it was there, and it was there to stay. So I pretty much stayed in bed. I watched a little bit of YouTube when the pain started to ease up. Watched Lazy Retired Granny's podcast, her little vlog. Love it. Mentioned me in her vlog, and because I was in so much pain, I got emotional. 3781. Because of the kind words. It's so heartwarming, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the kindness. For the kind words. So after that, the next day I filmed, I was like having a migraine, like I felt like I was recovering from the flu, but it was just the recovery from the migraine the previous day. And I filmed a couple of videos that day so you guys could see my little farm, and I tried really hard. It's hard to film when you're moving, like in in motion. So 725. So I tried really hard, and I know it might have seemed a little awkward. And I didn't create a thumbnail, so I don't like the picture that YouTube chose for my thumbnail. That was ridiculous. But because it didn't even look like me, I'm like, oh, why would YouTube choose the most unattractive? I should have created a thumbnail and I didn't. That's my fault. But so I filmed the farm video, and then Lazy Retired Granny wanted to see my spinning wheel. So I just jumped on there and I did a little spinning video for you guys, and I've got some really good feedback on that. I'm so glad. So glad you guys thought it was good. So, and that was really fun. I don't a lot of times sit down and spin on my spinning wheel. Like when I do, I'll do it for hours, but typically I have not. My brain gets a little ADD. This won't come out. And I have a bunch of crafts, but it's like I can't keep up. I can't keep up with how many crafts I have. So I choose a few and I'll do them for quite a while. I've been doing this. I mean, I picked this back up. I don't 100% ever put it down, but then I'll pick up cross stitch. So for the longest time I was just doing cross stitch, and for quite a while actually. 38.56. Where is it at? 38.56. There it is. So it's counted cross stitch. I've got a few finishes that I mean, if I ever chose to film a floss tube, that would be, I don't know if I would create another channel for that or what. But yeah, so I did that for several months, and then I started diamond painting again, and I had already had one started. It was Blue Rose from Diamond Art Club. I can't even remember. I can't remember the artist on that one. I'd have to pull it out, but I am going to do. I don't want to do it until the end of December. A year end, like what I accomplished in the year on diamond painting. They are all large. It's not, I mean, some people I see that they can get 100 done in a year. They must be counting their smaller ones too. And I do have some smaller ones. I haven't been doing them. I prefer the larger square canvases. I like the square diamonds. But yeah, I probably, this will be, well, I hope to get this one done. If I don't, it's fine. But this will be, where'd that one come from? This will be like my 6th or 7th start this year. But I'll have had, if I get Country Ladies done, I'll have had, they just all fell out. Oh my goodness. Not all. They jumped out. Stop jumping. All I've had, if I get Country Ladies done, I believe 5 or 6 finishes. I'd have to go and count them, but I can do an end of the year and just show you what I have accomplished this year. Let's just a small one, 30, 32. There's that. There it is. Stickers are kind of sticking together, so it makes it hard to get them off. I hope I'm in frame. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Okay. So after the migraine subsided, after the next day, when the migraine felt like a migraine hangover, it was horrible. It was like a flu. It felt like the flu. My body hurt. Everything hurt. The next day after that, it was like, I think it was yesterday when I actually started feeling normal again, and I filmed an unboxing. But there was one day in there that I couldn't move. and it can be very crippling and inhibit your daily life. So, yeah. So today I feel better. I feel like, I mean, it's a good day to film an unboxing, a kit up. This is going to be kind of a longer kit up because there's 77 colors in this. And if I keep having to deal with static, then it's going to make it even longer. If I need to, I'll just go grab some dryer sheets. I'll put these in order when I'm done. You know, I'm very sensitive to other people, and there are some people, and I'm not dogging anybody because I'm sensitive to certain sounds too. I'm trying to figure out how I can get the crinkle sound to fade out a little bit and not be so loud, because I don't want it to be over my voice and I don't want it to kill your eardrums. I try to give crinkle warnings, and I'm very sensitive to, you know, what people are asking. I'm very understanding. And I love your comments. I love any constructive criticism that you can throw my way, you know, words of encouragement that we can hand out to people. They, you know, I'm sure it's very much appreciated for anybody, really, because this is it's very vulnerable to, and I've said this on my previous videos, on my first video, it's very vulnerable to put yourself out there. And because you're dealing with a lot of people, not just, you know, whoever's in your house. So, I mean, and I don't expect, can I talk? I don't expect that everybody's going to like my videos, and I would never think that. I do enjoy your comments, though. Today is, I did not tell you the date. Today is November 9th. It is almost 1 o'clock here. I am in Williston, North Dakota. I'm like right on the edge. I am right on the edge of the time zone change of Montana. So sometimes, like when my mom comes over, she says, my phone changed to a different time. And I'm like, well, when you're out here at my house, which is several miles out of town, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, you have to set your clock to stay at a certain time zone or it will change. On your phone, you can do that. You can set your time on your phone to not change during the time zones, so that my husband actually did that with his phone, because if he didn't, he would get confused as to what time he was supposed to be at work, right? So yeah, he just sets it to Central Time, and so his clock does not ever change. But my mom, she's always, and my sisters, every time she comes over, her phone changes to a different time zone, so it messes her up. 3:11. But yeah, I am in the central time zone. I kind of am tucked up in the corner of North Dakota, right by Montana and Canada, like top of the state. I think we're only like 2 hours from the Canadian border. We don't have any trees or any, I mean, we have scenery. One thing that's good about the not having trees that I love about Williston, or about being in this area of the plains where there's no trees. I do miss the trees. I grew up in Oregon and Washington, so I do miss the trees, but there is nothing obstructing the view of the sunrises and the sunsets. So if you enjoy sunrises and sunsets, there is nothing that obstructs the view. Nothing. Like, you get to see every little speck of color that the world decides to give you that day. So that I like. I don't like these shorter days though. I don't like waking up. Ever since the time zone change, oh man, I've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's totally out of character for me. So I wake up fairly early. I've been waking up really early. It's like all of a sudden at 50, I'm deciding how to be an adult. I'm adulting today. Look at me. I woke up early and I got laundry folded, and that was the other day. Not today. Today I actually slept until 8. Woke up several times in the night because of the migraine and stuff. Yesterday I woke up at 5 a.m. It was an hour before my husband got up and went to work. Woke up at 5 a.m. Could not go back to sleep. Stayed up all day. I don't know what the heck is going on with me, but I stayed up all day and then went to bed at 10 o'clock. And I'm a night owl typically. Night owl meaning like midnight 1 a.m. And I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I fell asleep by 10:30 and woke up probably 4 times in the night. And if I were to show you my Fitbit, it would probably say that I got a lot of sleep, but it was a lot of sleep broken up. It was broken up, but at least I felt like I caught up with my sleep. Looks like I'm running out of smaller ones. I might have to go see if I can hunt down some smaller Elizabeth Warren. I know you can buy them separate. Just buy a container of them. 738. I think there's several in a pack, and just replacement ones for. And I don't have them. I probably have all of my other little ones kit up in for my country ladies. So, but I have a lot of these. I have a lot of these size. I think I have some on the under tray too. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's several of them. I'm gonna do my best. Just do my best. And 3801. I'm gonna go see if I can hunt down some more of these smaller ones. I will be right back. Okay. Actually, I went and got some static guard, a dryer sheet, and a couple Q-tips, just in case something happens where I need to get rid of static. So, okay, now I'm back in the seat. Oop, bumping everything. Okay, 3801. What was I talking about? 3801. I could not find any more smaller ones, so I'm just going to move up to this size. There are, I think, a little over 80 in what I have kitted up here, because I have, like I said, my other two kitted up with country ladies. I know it seems silly to have this many in this big of a container, but so I could not find any more. I probably should just go order some more of these, like a whole kit of these smaller ones for when I need more. 60, 14. There it is. Super excited to start this one. I have a kit at the Food Thief by Diamond Art Club. The other day, I didn't start it yet, but thought it was super cute. I got that last year. $7.80. I haven't started it yet though. I want to start it. Maybe I'll do that for Diamonds by Tita. She has a little thing she does. This year the theme, or this month the theme is forest animals, I think. It was that one, or I have another Diamond Art Club that I really like. It's got forest animals in it. So I don't know which one I want to start for that, and I know we're already on the 9th of November. The older you get, the faster it flies. I keep leaving diamonds laying around. What the heck? Oh well. No, I don't want to put them there. Over there. The faster it flies. Another thing I noticed is the older you get, the younger the new drivers look. Sometimes I look over at the next car and I'm like, you do not look old enough to be driving. And you know, I was there once, I'm sure. I'm sure I look like that to somebody else. Static in these has not been too bad so far. AB 3078. There it is. I don't know. Some of the stuff I'm doing, it might be out of frame, and I apologize. And I don't know if you guys are listening or watching. Usually when I am listening to a longer diamond painting vlog, whether it be a kit up and chat or a whip and chat or something like that, I typically am not watching, I'm listening. But sometimes I stop and just watch. So I'm assuming that everybody else kind of does the same thing. Okay, we did all of the smaller ones. Now we'll move on to, these ones are the little bit more medium size here. So 931. What are you guys doing today? It's Saturday, November 9th. Saturdays are nice. I mean, sometimes they're busy, but for the most part, Saturdays are pretty relaxed around here. Kind of choose my dinner that I want to make. Tonight I'm just going to make burgers. I think there's some potato salad left, so we'll have potato salad leftovers and burgers. It's supposed to be almost 60 degrees today. Going from, I mean, our nightly lows are still, they're still getting, I mean, we get down into the 20s already. We're getting down into the 20s waking up. There's frost and stuff like that. But the day is warming up to, it's like 58. And after having that snow the other day, 58 feels like t-shirt weather. It's very nice and sunny out. Okay, you're going to be difficult. We're going to be difficult. Just put you in a tray then. Okay. Then I'll just dump this in there. Oh, there's one. A flyaway. Get back here. Okay. So this is, yeah, I watched the Crafting with Bees live this morning, and that was awesome. And I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Trying to do a little bit of shorter ones and a little bit of longer ones. And it does take some time out of the day. I try to make sure I have, when I'm going to be filming like a either a kitten chat or a whipping chat, I try to make sure that I have most of my stuff planned throughout the day so that when I'm done, you know, I don't have to scramble and give myself anxiety over what am I going to feed my family and what am I going to do and for the rest of the day. So that's usually, we got Z666. My daughter, who is 13, is here, and my son, who is 10, is here. And yesterday was the first day of hunting season opening. And today, when my husband and son, they got up really early, because my son, he did hunter safety a few years back, and he always seems to get the okay to get a deer. So they went out hunting together early this morning. So when I got up, they were gone. The other two are here. And I will tell you, it's so quiet. It is like so quiet in my house. It's so relaxing. The kids are being so quiet. They're kind of just doing their own little thing. My daughter likes to do a lot of artsy fartsy stuff, so she's kind of like me in that. But she likes to paint. She does. I could show you some of her canvases that she has painted. She does an amazing job at only 13. Her person that she admires, everybody has their person that they just like, is Bob Ross. She loves Bob Ross. So she does watch a lot of Bob Ross painting videos for fun. That's what she likes to do that. She is very, she just likes to paint. It's one of her favorite things. So she might go do that. I know she did a painting last night and came and showed me, and she said she made a little video on it on her little YouTube channel, and it's really pretty. Gosh, they're flying over. It's really pretty. She likes winter scenes, stuff like that, like scenery. And the 10-year-old, I think he's just happy that he doesn't have to do school today. We homeschool, and I think he's just happy that he doesn't have to do school today. So he got up and he did his chore right away, like a good boy, and he turned on YouTube, and I think he's been watching his fun little YouTube videos that he likes to watch this morning. And then my husband texted me, about an hour and a half ago, and said that him and my son were in such a hurry to get out the door that they didn't do the outside farm chores. So that's what I did this morning. I got up, I had my coffee, I watched my Crafting with Bee live, and then responded to a few comments on mine, and then I went out, and those ducks were so excited to see me. They're so funny. I feel like they're just yelling at me, whack, 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 whack. It's pretty funny. Yelling at me to give them their food and their water. And because we're getting so cold, I can't run a hose now. Because it's getting so cold out, we can't run a hose. So I just took a couple of buckets of water and took it over to their pool and filled up their pool for them, just enough to let them swim. And because it's going to be so nice today, they're going to want their water. Ducks just love playing in water. They love the second you put it in there. I swear, the second you get that water in there, they get in it and they mess it up. They just can't wait. If it's clean, they got to mess it up. So they were pretty funny. This is 7:43. The chickens, I got 15 eggs this morning. There were 4 duck eggs and 15 chicken eggs. So they were, I would have got 16, but they broke one. Stinkers. So I grabbed the eggs, I filled up the duck pool and their water bucket, and gave them a scoop of food. They were very happy. There's a couple of roosters that hang out with the ducks too. I don't want them in the chicken coop because they kind of, if they pick on the hens, then I don't want them there. So there's a couple that actually got kicked out, and so they kind of hang out together, and they get along really well. Those two roosters, they don't fight at all, and they get along with the ducks. The ducks don't get along with them, but they get along with the ducks. They actually, I think they're scared of the ducks, but so they kind of sat there and eat with the ducks. They try to get in with the ducks, and the ducks sometimes don't let them, so I feed them kind of off to the side, the roosters that aren't in the coop. But then I've got, I think, 2, 3, 4 roosters in the coop, and they all get along. They know who the master rooster is, and that's just the way it is. They 30, 42. Where did it go? Did I lose one? Well, maybe it's stuck to one of these. Well, if I have to make a separate one for that, I will. 30, 42, what's the symbol? I'd have to look on the canvas. I'm just going to set that one aside. I'll do that one last. 8:15. So that's my morning. And here we are. I've got people requesting longer whipping chats, and so I thought, you know, I'm gonna try something out. I hope that the sound is good. I'm trying this new little microphone out, and I just clip it to my shirt. So hopefully it'll drown out a lot of the rustling of the bags. Some people don't mind that sound, and you know, most people don't really say anything, but sometimes there is a chance that you're going to come across someone who's got really sensitive ears, and sometimes the crinkling can be bothersome. So I'm trying here, and plus I'm new at this, so, but learning as I go. This does not want to let go. Stinking static here. This has like been my first really bad staticky bag. It seems like the bags that are more filled, and I know this maybe it just seems a little bit kind of a crazy idea, there's more static in them. So I'm gonna dump these on this dryer sheet here. I'm just gonna do this and see if I can get it to go away. Okay. I was thinking about getting an Elizabeth Ward like 3D printed, I think it's like a funnel, and I believe got a stray. I can find, there's a couple of places to find those. You can get them on Etsy, and then I know that Bella Art makes them. I think Jamie makes them, her husband. So yeah, I think he makes the Elizabeth Ward funnels. I was thinking about getting one, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. Also, someone left a comment that said they grew up, had one of my viewers, person that watched one of my kid ups, I think, or maybe it wasn't a kid up, maybe it was a whip and chat where I mentioned about growing up in Oregon. And, you know, I'm going to try to remember some stories that are good, that are positive, because it's not necessarily the location, the location of, you know, the traumas that happened in my life. It's the fact that the traumas happened, period. But I'm going to try to think of some really good stories for my whip and chat so that you guys can hear what, you know, what my life was like growing up in Oregon. There's one thing that I can say that I loved about Oregon. I loved the fact that I could go outside and pick berries right off the bushes. Blackberries, raspberries. I had an apple tree in my backyard, and so I could go grab an apple off the apple tree. And so if we wanted a snack, nature provided. And then I had a walnut tree in my backyard. And that was amazing because when those walnuts fell off that walnut tree, I could sit and crack walnuts all day long. I loved walnuts. Oh, I wonder, what is this? 451. 42. Oh, oh my gosh, I swear. I feel like I'm just going blind. Not blind, like I don't know why I didn't see that. Okay, I need 436. 436. So one thing I like about Diamond Art Club stickers is they're fairly easy to peel off when I'm done using, when I'm finished with the kit and I kit down. They're fairly easy to peel off of any surface, so they don't leave much of a residue. And even if they did, it wouldn't bother me so bad. It's fine. I'll just wipe it off. I don't use any chemical. I don't know. I don't know if I would. Honestly, I've never gone and they're doing it again. So I'm gonna dump this on the dryer sheet and see if it helps. Helped on the last one. Okay, come on. But yeah, even if there's a little bit of residue, usually I can get it off pretty good by rubbing it. Just rubbing it with my hands. This is being difficult. It doesn't want to come off the dryer sheet. So that was on when I grew up on 9th Street in the Dalles. Was born, of all places, a little town called Boring, Oregon. And that's where I was born. I lived there till I was about 5.5 or 6. And then we moved to outside. It was like the outskirts of the Dalles in the back in the mountains. And it's called Mill Creek. And that's where my grandpa raised my mom, out Mill Creek. My mom was actually born in Great Falls, Montana, but her family, my grandparents, moved to Oregon when she was young, and then that's where, I mean, it wasn't in the same house that my mom did live there for a time, but it wasn't when I lived with her. So, but she was raised, get this off here. She was raised out there in Mill Creek, and we lived out there after we moved to the Dalles. 300. And it was nothing but woods, nothing but forests. I mean, we were kids literally moving all day long. We were out in the woods, out in the forest, out in the trees, climbing trees. We would have races climbing trees. I mean, it was a blast. It was a blast growing up out there in nature. Now, a lot of things that happened in my childhood weren't a blast, but I loved living in nature. I probably am the happiest in the trees, in the nature. I just feel like nature is just so peaceful, and you can hide in the trees. We used to make forts. It's like, oh wow, static. And I'm gonna put a dryer sheet in. We would have races to the tops of the trees to see how, and then staying at the top. Now this might actually, you know, a lot of people might be like, wow, you guys were crazy. But we would race to the top of the trees and stay at the top of the trees and feel the wind make the tree sway back and forth. And it was so relaxing. And I was never scared of heights. Never scared of heights. But now I can't look over an edge. If there's a big drop off, I get vertigo so bad. Oh man, no, I can't handle it now. My sister, one time my older sister, we were racing to the top of this pine tree. She was way ahead of me. And 3860. She was way ahead of me, and then all of a sudden, I was about halfway up the tree, and all of a sudden I see something fly by my face, and it was her. She was falling, and she was hitting every branch on the way down, and thank goodness for the flexibility and resilience of children's bones and bodies, because she fell so far, and when she hit the ground, she hit her head on a rock, and my stepdad came running because we were calling that Becky fell out of a tree, that my sister fell out of a tree, and he just started yelling, don't move her, don't move her. And I was only like, she probably was 8. I think she's 3 years older than me. No, she would have been 9, and I was only like 6. But I remember that. I remember being just terrified that something bad was going to happen to her. And yeah, she did have a concussion. Yeah, we did have to call 911, and the ambulance did take her to the hospital. She's healed from that, and she bounced back and everything, but that was terrifying. I literally came down out of that tree, and I wasn't scared of climbing trees, but I think I was a lot more, at that time, I was a lot more respectful of making sure that the branches that I was going to be climbing on were secure, because that was terrifying. 3042, 3042, here it is. It was terrifying. But we did all sorts of crazy stuff. We built like little forts. We'd pick up all the down limbs, and we would make little forts. My older brother, he would he would hide treats and snacks and stuff in his fort that he made, and we knew where his little stash was. So you get where I'm going with that, right? We would raid his little treat stash. So me and my little brother, we found his little fort, and we went and raided his treat stash. But yeah, we had all sorts of experiences like that. It wasn't like today where everything is like screen time and 414. I need 414. screen time, and it seems like kids aren't getting the activity that they need. But sometimes I just say, hey, no more screen time, go out and play. Go out and kick around the dirt and kick some ball, the ball around, and go get your friend, have them come over, play outside. My older son, he loves to play outside. Him and his friends, they get together and they get together and they'll either ride their dirt bikes or just, I don't know, they'll do dart gun fights. They have little games that they play, and it's fun. What the heck? Why are these all jumping around? Get back in there. Yeah. That one, I think that one needs a dryer sheet. I'm going to put a little dryer sheet in there. So yeah, I hope the sound is better on this video. I hope it doesn't sound like muffled or anything. I tried to make sure my mic was all charged up. So 2 more of this size, 8/17. I might have to stop this and go get something to eat. I'm getting famished here. I'm not eating yet today. Let's see if this will work. Oh, come on. Of course not. Here's a dryer sheet. I don't find a dryer sheet. Okay. See? I'm not opposed to trying new things. And this dryer sheet idea I thought was genius. Throw them on the dryer sheet. And make them listen. These diamonds. Color palette is going to be so beautiful. You know how you can look at the canvas without diamonds on it. Just look at the canvas and it almost seems dull. And then when you start laying down drills, it looks like it's coming to life. Like the picture just pops and it just comes to life. So a lot of times just looking at a canvas, you don't realize, you don't understand the full potential of how bright it's going to be, colorful, until you start laying down drills. I gave one to my son's girlfriend, and it was a Diamond Art Club one. She likes the winter Christmassy scene, and I had one in my stash, so I gave it to her as a gift so that she could, when they moved down to Colorado Springs, she had something that, she could start right away. She sent me a picture of it yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and she's gotten a big corner of it done, and it looks so amazing. Oh my gosh, she loves it just as much as I do, I think. So when she was here for a visit with my son, just before they moved down to Colorado Springs, her and I was doing that Alyssa Kari one and Orange Crush, and she said, I was like, you want to try it? And she's like, yeah, I want to try it. So she sat down at the table right beside me. I did another one, and she started working on that one. I wanted her to try around, because sometimes squares can be a little bit more challenging. So this one's got a lot of static. It's ridiculous. I'm just going to pour it on this dryer sheet. This one's going to be a mess. Look at that. Goodness. I might have to get out my static spray and stick a Q-tip in here. There. Look at that. They're sticking to me all over. So she sat down and she got hooked. So before they left and had to move down to Colorado Springs, I was I gave her that one and I said, just, do it for a little while, see if you enjoy it. And then I found out what her favorite one was from Dreamer Designs, and that's the one I think I'm gonna either get that for her for Christmas or something's coming up. I don't know. Holidays are coming up, so that's probably what I'm gonna stick with. So these are flying everywhere. I know it looks like a wreck, but something just popped into my head when I said that. This is kind of funny. My mom, she grew up in the 1940s and 50s, and she has some of the funniest sayings ever. And I keep telling her, you need to write a little book that is called Charlotte-isms. Because, I don't know if anybody really understands this concept, but she grew up out Mill Creek in the woods, and where they grew up, the way they grew up was very feral. They literally grew up in the trees. It was out in the woods. It was just kind of off in their own place. So they had a few neighbors, but they pretty much just did whatever they wanted and knew not to test my grandpa or dad. So she grew up in the 1940s and 50s, and she has a lot of sayings. So when I say it looks like a wreck, I believe that's the shortened version of what she used to say all the time. She'd say, "Oh, I look like the wreck of the Hespers." She says funny, like, hillbilly sayings like that. And when I say hillbilly, that's just how they grew up. That, there was no real filter or anything. And she grew up pretty feral. But when she says some of her Charlotte-isms, because her name's Charlotte, and I just call them Charlotte-isms. I didn't put the thing on that. That one is, what did I do? 498. Anyway, I'm gonna have to try to find that one. 823. Yeah, that one's 823. Okay. That one's number 39. 823. She says some of the funniest things, and I never understood a lot of until I got a little bit older what those funny sayings actually meant. Because the Hespers, apparently, is it a movie or something like that? I've never seen it, but she used to say stuff like that. Or she walks around saying, heck to donuts is one. Going around from heck to donuts. And I know this sounds really goofy, but her Charlotte-isms crack me up. She's really hungry. She says, my stomach thinks my throat's cut. There's another one for you. Oh, getting into my world here. 924. 924. We're getting down to the wire here. But I love having my mom around. And if I go to film a whip and chat, I'll go into more detail about my mom. She's great. She's really funny. She's fun to have around. She says some funny things. Oh, I bet you dollars to donuts. That's another one. And that might be kind of more common. Another one that she says, looks really goofy. I'm just going to put this in here and hope they're jumping all over. Hope that they don't get too out of hand here. And I am trying to film right now. I'm trying to film just a little bit longer one. I wanted you to actually kind of be with me through the whole process of unboxing and then kitting up, which is kind of fun. So some people like those longer videos, and I do too, because when I sit down and start diamond painting, I just want to, I don't want to have to change the podcast all the time. You can just hit autoplay too and let them just play through. I think there's an autoplay feature on there where you can just let the next video play. Or go into that person's YouTube and then you just hit start on their first video, and then it'll automatically, because it'll give you an option to play all, and you can just hit play all and just let them play one after another, so you don't have to change. This is ridiculous. So you don't have to change the podcast every 20 minutes or so, because I know me, when I get into diamond painting, I like hours. We're talking hours. I don't think this one's going to fit in this. You see, that last one was, I think I need a bigger one for this. I think it needs to go in this pile, because now, I don't know. This one will work. 3840. 3840. Get my sticker. Put it on here. So I like to hear your guys' comments on my videos. And today was a really good day to film a whip and chat, because, like I said, it's just me and my kids, me and Jace and Addie hanging out. Gavin and my husband went out hunting, so I don't know how long they're going to be. I hope they get one. I'm excited. I would love to have venison in the freezer. Like I said on one of my previous videos that I filmed, I was commenting on my diet, like what I allow in my diet and what I don't allow in my diet, and not everybody agrees with me. And for some people, the word diet is a trigger, so I call it the way of eating, my way of eating, because if you think of a diet, sometimes you don't think of it in long term. You think of it in short term, like I'm going to get to my goal and then I'm going to move on. And that's not. It used to be the way I thought when I was younger, but now where I'm at in my life, this is it. So, what I need 775. Where did it go? Oh, is this another one of those? I can't find the sticker things. Is it? No. Huh. 791. No, 775. Okay, maybe I'll come across it like I did on the other one. I will do Z907. So yeah, they went out hunting. Don't know how long it'll be. I would really like to have some venison in this year. You're not allowed to shoot a buck. You can't get a buck. Don't mean to say shoot. You have to have a doe. So he got his doe tag. He's 15. He was really excited to go hunting with his dad. But who knows how long they'll be out. I think they really want to get one. I would really like that. I don't know why I cannot seem to find my stickers today. It's not on there. I wonder if it got stuck to something else. Oh well. Yeah. So the weather's nice. It's sunny, clear. You can see for miles because there's no trees. 930. And health update for today, because a lot of times I will, if I need to look back at like how I'm feeling and I didn't write it down or, you know, say it, then a lot of times I lose track. Let's spray my static guard here and put it in here. This is ridiculous. I don't even want to pour these. They're going to jump everywhere. So my health update, my status today is not as bad as yesterday and the day before, and that's really good. So I don't feel the greatest, but I'm good enough to, you know, film for you guys and go out and take care of the farm animals. A lot of times I block out the pain and I just move. I just move on. I just do what I gotta do, and sometimes it's hard, but yeah, I just go. I just go when I gotta go. Okay, so this tray is full. I don't know what happened to that sticker. Okay. This tray is full. And I'm going to do this tray next. Oops, sorry. Clanging and clanging. So this tray has a lot of the, did I already do 775? Did I put the wrong sticker on? Yeah. 132. I'm just looking to see if I accidentally placed the wrong sticker or something. There's 775. Okay, that's not cool. That's exactly what I did. So which one is this? We'll just leave it. Yeah, I'll just leave it for, I'll put it in a different one. I'm going to use a bigger tray because that was a lot in that one. So here's a fun fact about me, not very fun for me, is I have dyslexia. So unbeknownst to me, a lot of times, even when I'm reading, I have it with numbers and with letters. So a lot of times I will confuse a number, and you guys were probably yelling, no, that's the wrong one. So I will just put it in this container, and whatever one is last is probably going to be the right one, whichever sticker's last. So yeah, I have dyslexia with numbers and letters, and sometimes it hits me if I read a lot. Like I get a book out and I read a lot, it doesn't happen as much. It's almost like my brain just gets the exercise, and it doesn't happen as much. But sometimes it happens with numbers too. So I'm gonna do the Q-tip trick again because this one's got really bad static. Just swirl it around in here until they stop sticking to the sides. I was going to tell you too, and you know, a lot of people don't care, but we are in control of our own lives. Each person, you get to make your own decisions, and you don't have to let people influence you. You get to be a unique individual. So everyone can interpret this however they want. But I've heard it said to a lot of YouTubers that I've watched, they wish they would have started their YouTube channel when they thought of it, or when they kept telling themselves, you need to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, I think you would enjoy it. I mean, you hear it in your head. So I have been wanting to do a YouTube channel, and I'm not kidding, for years. My husband bought me a nice Canon camera, and I'm terrified to use it because I don't know how. I know how to take pictures with it, but I wouldn't know how to film on it and then put it, because then there's an extra step when it comes to that. You have to not only film, but then you have to upload it on your computer and edit it if you want to edit. Not everybody edits, it's fine. So I'm actually really scared to use it, and what I think I might do is like film just a like a little short video and upload it and just play with it. Just play with the chance to just play with it and see how to edit it. And I know there's a couple of apps you can download on your computer to edit your videos and make them. I want to learn how to make an intro and outro. Haven't done that yet. But I wish that I would have started. I know that it is what it is, and I started it when I started it, and it was a good choice. I'm really happy that I did, because I've wanted to for a really long time. But I really do wish I would have started it earlier. And you are in control of your own life. So if you want to start something, you want to do something. Failure is everybody's thing. Everybody fails at something. It's the way, it's just, that's how you learn. You've got to put yourself out there. I mean, you don't have to. If you feel the calling to do it, do it. Just see how it feels. See if you like it. See what kind of response you get. 3768. People, you don't know if people are just going to love you. And, you know, I'm pretty isolated out here in this little corner. We have a couple of neighbors, but I mean, I'm pretty isolated out here. I'm not in town where I'm by people. I'm pretty sure Mrs. Coffee lives in town. I've never met her. I've left comments on her YouTube before, but yeah, I just don't think there's any other way to be successful at something unless at first you fail and try. Just try. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But if you like it, you will thank yourself that you got out of your shell and you actually did it. So there's my words of encouragement. I think we all kind of get in that mindset where it's kind of scary to try something. It is scary. It's scary. I think it's scary for everybody. But if you get your feet wet a little, just try. And don't be scared. I mean, it's easier said than done, I know. But I think if you try, even if you fail or you don't like what you did, you can always change it. But you get to make the decisions in your life. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with you if you feel that way. I just want you to be encouraged that there's a lot of people in your same shoes. And we all feel that way. And we all start somewhere, right? I mean, I know I've said I want to have a lot of subscribers, but honestly, it'll happen when it happens. And I want to do lives. I want to have that bravery. I'm not there yet. But it's nice to have the nice comments. It kind of pushes you on to do more, to, put yourself out there a little bit more. That encouragement is beautiful. But we all got to start somewhere. you start with one and then it just goes up, right? So this is, I mean, these will fit in here, but this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, get them all out. They did jump around a little bit. Did you see that? I'm just gonna spray a little bit of the spray over the top of it. Hopefully it'll, oh yeah, that worked. And it's not enough to make them wet or anything. Oh my gosh. This seems asinine, I know, but they're sticking to the tray. And I'm so thankful. I think I keep saying that over and over again, but I'm so thankful that I found other diamond paintings out there, diamond painters, you know. And it's really cool. It's really cool, and you know, it's a pretty good sized community. I mean, unless you really start looking around, man, I mean, you can't get like clumped into like 3 or 4 and just say that's all I can handle. You know, I mean, there's more than 3 or 4. There's ones with the bigger names, but you know, there's a lot of ones that want to be successful and they have the smaller names and they want to meet people too. I mean, there's a reason why they're putting themselves out there too. It's, you know, it's a pretty good sized community. We're all just spread out so far. I'm trying to get all these in here. They're being difficult. Come on. Okay. Nope. No, there. Yep, that fit. I honestly didn't think that was going to fit in there. 904. Do this again. And it looks like there's really bad static. So I'm going to do I'm going to try this. Put it on the dryer sheet again. There's a lot here. So they just kind of fall out the sides if I do this, though. That's okay. My hand looked like I'm confused. Oh my goodness. Maybe I am a little, but lazy retired granny, you make my day. Every time I hear you mention me, it's like when someone prays for you, you just feel that that connection, even if you're not there in person or you live in a different part of the globe, or you know, I know you're way over there in, I believe, Salem, right? And I'm over here in Williston, North Dakota, but through the magic of technology, we get to see each other every day practically, even if it's just our hands, right? Let's do this. Let's see if we can. Oh, I'm just gonna put it over the sheet like that. Look at it's still stuck in the bag. Come on. Oh, you know what? I know you guys can't hear it, but I can hear gunshots. People are out here hunting. I can hear them. Maybe someone's just lining in their gun. I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that out loud. They're pew pew. YouTube doesn't like those words. But yeah. Only allowed to get does this year. I think if you want a buck, you have to, I think you had to put in for it. There's only so many tags they were giving out. You don't want to kill the bucks. You don't want to take the bucks out because that depletes the population. So I don't know. You know, those other ones fit in that size. Maybe this one will fit in here too. I'm going to give it a go. 905. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I have a pretty boring life. I mean, it's exciting to me, as much excitement as I can stand, because I do not like drama. I can't handle like excitement, too much excitement. My adrenals get really freaked out and I start feeling stress. And when I start feeling stress or, you know, any kind of emotional upset, I feel it in my body. My neck tightens up. I get flares from the fibromyalgia. It just flares up, and then the migraines start because I'm all tense. So in my world, there's no drama, and I just don't like it. And if people want to hang out, that's great. If my friends want to hang out, that's great. I'm good with that. But if there's any drama or talk bad about people, it's so discouraging to me that I have to in my own way kindly shut them down. I try not to be mean about it, but I can't handle it. And if someone's going to exude that kind of energy, my adrenals can't take it. So, and I don't want to discourage people and talk down to people, talk down about people, anybody, whether it's YouTube or anybody that comes into my life. And if something happens to where I feel like I have been wronged and I choose not to, life's about choices, right? Making good choices. And even if you make a bad choice, it's fine. I mean, you can you still move on. You still move on with life. But if someone has wronged me, I typically, because I can't handle confrontation, it's something in my life, in my heart, that I get like really worked up, and it's not good for my health. So if there is a confrontation of any kind, I will walk away. And when I say walk away, I will blatantly walk away. I don't handle confrontation well. I can handle constructive criticism out of love. You know, I want to hear what you guys say, but I cannot handle, I can't handle confrontation. My adrenals get all stressed out. I don't know if it's from past traumas in my childhood, but I'm a non-confrontational person, so I will literally just walk away. There's no any other way that I can handle, because of who I am and how I deal with stress. Everybody's different, you know. Some people are really comfortable with it, just saying, hey, I don't like that, you know, or just being open about it. But my adrenals I can't watch scary movies. I can't watch anything intense. I can't handle any drama between friends or anything. I want everybody to be happy. And there are even members of my family that are extremely addicted to drama. And we're not like really close because of it. I can't handle, you know, one sibling talking bad about another sibling or anything like that. Like, it's not like bad to state facts, you know. That's not where I'm going with this. I mean, stating facts or explaining yourself where that other person's concerned is not gossip. That's not drama. That's just, you might be trying to explain the reason why you're not close to a sibling or a family member, a certain family member. It's because, you know, of certain reasons. Like, you can say that and have it not be gossip and have it not be trash talk. I think we're supposed, even if there's a sibling or a loved one that you have, they can be a loved one from a distance. They don't have to be like right in your life every single day, and that's okay. I think we all live together as children because we're siblings, you know, we're close. We have aunts and uncles or family members, and we're all close, you know, when we're young. But then we grow up and we go and move on with our lives, and and that's that. And, you know, get together once or twice a year for the holidays. That's okay. Not everybody sees eye to eye. Not everybody has to agree. It's what makes us all unique individuals. And, you know, if the world was, everybody was the same in the world, this would be a boring place. Well, I'm going to cut off some more of this dryer sheet here and put that in my, cut off little squares. I hope this isn't too long of a kit up, but I am getting kind of close to the end, but there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of, there's a lot of static in that. Man. So I'm gonna try something. Just gonna try it. Because I'm fighting with static so bad. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna have to stop here and take a drink. I've got my coffee here. Sipping on my coffee. That doesn't help my adrenals either, does it? Silly me. I am addicted to coffee though. And I know if I were, a couple years back when it was several years back when I first started this way of eating, I had stopped drinking coffee completely. And I think for like 3 months, 157, and I slept. After the first 3 days of headaches of trying to get over the addiction to coffee, I had about 3 days of headaches. Not migraines, just irritation headaches. Like, it's just in the, you know, like it's playing in the background, but you can still move on with life type headaches. And after about the third day, no kidding, I slept so good. Like, it was like there was no what's the word I'm looking for? Because people, like, they'll drink energy drink, no stimulant. That's the word I'm looking for. There was no stimulant in my system. So, because coffee's a stimulant, I mean, for most people, some people, it puts my mom to sleep. She'll drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep. But that's just, I don't know. I don't know if there's a percentage of people that can actually go to sleep after they drink a cup of coffee. But I slept. I can remember to this day, and it was years ago that I did this. Probably about 6 or 7 years ago. I literally stopped drinking coffee. And I could sleep. I had some of the best sleep in my life when I stopped drinking coffee for a little while. And then I started back up again. And for the longest time, I think for 3 or 4 years, I drank it, well, longer than that. I drank it with just black. I just drink black coffee. This is ridiculous. Some of these colors have worse static than others. But I started drinking coffee again, and that's just how it's been ever since. But now I like my coffee with a little bit of heavy whipping cream in it and a little bit of salt. And I know Lazy Retired Granny talks about putting soy sauce in her tea, I think. I've never had that. I can't have soy, but she talked about putting soy sauce in her tea. And I'm like, huh, that's kind of the same concept of what I use with my coffee. Because I put heavy whipping cream in my coffee, and then I sprinkle salt over the top. It's the pink salt, Himalayan pink salt. Bob's Red Mill, I think, is what it is. And I put that on I sprinkle that over my heavy whipping cream. I don't put anything else in it. That's it. I don't like coffee black anymore. I used to. It's like my taste buds adjusted, and now I like my coffee with a little bit of frothed heavy whipping cream. So I have my coffee here, so I think I'm going to take a little drink. I also have my Saratoga. This is just a mineral water because they were out of Topo Chico's. So it's just a sparkling water. So, and I typically do not like to drink out of plastic. I like to drink out of glass. Take a little drink of water too. Throat gets a little dry. I'm typically a very quiet person, so let's see, one of these, this will fit in here. Cut them apart. This is going to be a really long kit up, you guys. I hope it's not too much. And when I do a whip and chat and I start this, I'll try to do like an hour. It usually takes me, when I get it all the release papers on, that I like to do a couple rows of release papers, and then I pull back and I hold back the plastic cover. Even if it's going to be a Diamond Art Club, I think that's the way I'm going to do it, because not a lot of the covers are on straight to where the perforations are straight on it. So I'll probably just do what I normally do and pull back the cover and put on a couple rows of release paper. And I got some really cute ones from Crafts by, is it Crafts with Crashly? Love it. They're so cute. I had one of those in one of my whipping chats. Or no, an unboxing or a haul video. It was a small haul video. So yeah, I got some of those. So I've been using those papers on my ladies one. What is it? Country Ladies. When I looked at that, I'm like, I had to have it, because it's like it's just something about chicken coops being cute. I never thought I was ever going to be a farm gal ever, and look at me go. This other one here. So I hope I get to keep you guys company for a little while. I hope you like my video. If you do, I mean, give me a like. It's okay. You don't have to. I'm only on here because, well, for several reasons. Because I've always wanted to do this, number one. For the last 5-6 years, I've been telling myself I need to start start a YouTube channel. And I had one when my kids were really young. I mean, this video is like 7 years old or something like that I did that Gavin wanted to do. He's 15 now, but he wanted to do toy videos because that's what he was watching on YouTube. So we recorded a couple and I uploaded a couple. One of them I deleted. YouTube has funny regulations now. But yeah, so I started a channel a long time ago. I just didn't do any videos for the longest time, and I just kind of had to find my niche, I guess. I'm gonna do 161. Yeah, I'll do 161 next. So yeah, I'm trying to be brave. I'm putting myself out there. I am an introvert by nature. It's just how my personality is. I tend to be the more quiet, shy one that would sit in the corner. And I mean, this was me in school too. I would never draw attention to myself. I can't handle that. So starting a YouTube channel and then saying it to people, I am an introvert. I am. And so it's hard. It's I think it's easier being an introvert. It's easier to be here filming a video and basically feeling like I'm sitting here talking to myself. Being that kind of person, filming, and you're by yourself, but you're actually uploading it so other people, it'll feel like for the other person who's watching it that you're actually sitting there with them and you're diamond painting with them or cross stitching with them. Any craft that you want to, that you want to do while I'm doing this, it gives you the opportunity to feel like you're doing it with them and you're not actually alone. So being that type of personality, it is more soothing to me than being in a crowd. I can feel other people's energies. So when I'm in a crowd, I tend to get a little bit nervous and just want to hide in the corner and just people watch. I'm a people watcher. I don't know which side of this Q-tip that I sprayed, but yeah, I'm a people watcher. So I don't like to draw attention to myself. So filming like this, it works better for me. The days in school, when I was in school, public school, because I did homeschool. My high school years were homeschooled from 9th grade to 12th grade. When I lived with my aunt and uncle, it was, yeah, that's what I did. I did homeschool. But when I was young in school, you know how you had to have those days where you had to write a report or you had to do something and then speak in front of the class? Those days I would be sick, right? I wouldn't show up because I had such a terrified response to speaking in public. Some people are great public speakers. Some people, it is in their blood and they can just get up in front of any size crowd and talk. I don't know how people do that because even when I was a young child, I could not speak in public. It was so scary. I would get stage fright. There was one time I did when I was in youth group. It was one of my things that I was supposed to do in youth group, and there were hundreds of people there, was I had to give my testimony. And though I chose to do that, I chose to say yes, I don't even remember what I said. I was so terrified. I remember I did the speech. I said what I needed to say, and I was terrified. I remember going off stage, and it was a big church in Vancouver, Washington, and I was terrified. I was absolutely mortified. I thought I was going to faint. I have this state. I even forgot, like blacked it out or something. But I did do it. But I got such stage fright that I kept thinking one thing, but I was saying another. I was thinking, oh, don't faint, don't faint, don't faint. I was thinking that. But I got through it. I got off stage and everybody was like patting me on the back saying, great job, great job. I don't even remember what I said. That's pretty bad, huh? That's like some serious fear. And that was my teenage years. I was probably 16 at the time. And oh, I was so terrified. I think I might be better now. I think if I got, like, maybe even took some public speaking classes or something just to get over that fear, I mean, if we don't speak, I know this is like a one-on-one type thing. I'm sitting here in my room all alone. But if we don't speak, then people, you might have something that you need to share with, and it'll change someone's life. It'll help someone through something. 3371. And I think that's good, because if you reach out and help somebody, or you reach out and you say, I feel this way, or something, you know, along those lines, then someone else might see that and say, oh, I'm not the only one. That's a blessing to people. It makes them feel like they're not alone. So 898. I need to make sure that I'm doing my stickers, because I'm going to get lost. There's one over here. It's going to have to be the last sticker. I don't know what color that is. So oh, I hope there's no static in this one. Doesn't. It's not too bad. Try it out. I think it would be funny, or not funny, but fun, if I could get my mom to come on and do one of these YouTube videos with me. She might not. I don't know. She might be totally okay with it, even if she just made an appearance on a whip and chat. I want to talk a little bit more about my mom. She's been through a lot. In 75 years, her birthday's coming up. She's going to be 76. She's gone through a lot. She's seen a lot of changes in the world. There's a lot of respect that needs to be showed for our elderly community, because whether anybody likes it or not, you're one day going to be elderly, and we need to have respect for those that are elderly, for, if not for the fact that they probably lived through trying times, hard times. My grandma went through the Great Depression. My mother's mother went through the Great Depression, and it was a hard time for that generation of people. And I think respect needs to be showed to that, because okay, sorry about that. My phone stopped recording. It went dead. I was silly and I didn't plug it in. I probably should have had it plugged in the whole time, but I thought I would have enough battery to keep going on that, but I didn't. So yeah, my phone is plugged in now, so I'm not going to use the mic that I was using. So if you hear a little bit of crinkling towards the end of this video, it's just because of that. So I'm going to finish kitting this up here, and I will splice the videos together so that you can see them put together. So this is 3818. And the rest of these are they're high number, they're high weight. So one of these days I'm gonna try to, well, first of all, I'm gonna finish what I was saying about listening to your elders, about, you know, and not necessarily that, I don't mean to word it like that, but having respect for the community that is older than us, because they do know a lot, and understanding that though they're elderly, a lot of people don't realize that everybody has feelings, and I think we need to respect that. They're still jumping everywhere. I'm just going to finish getting this all kitted up, and then oh my goodness. Yeah. So I do love hearing the stories, and the stories of people, you know, growing up and how they lived and where they lived. There's one everywhere. I should put I'm going to put a dryer sheet in this one. Okay, let's do the next. Okay, I'll do 159. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know, but yeah, maybe I can get my mom to come on here and talk. Another thing is, I think it's when you get older, it's hard to communicate. I know even the way I feel on some days, I can't even find my words. I can't find them. But I sure try. So I can imagine that, you know, even if I were to have my mom on, she might, some days I feel like when I'm talking to her, she's not comprehending what I'm trying to say. And I just think that comes with just what happens when you get older, I guess. But if you hear crinkling and it's really obnoxious, just maybe turn your headphones down a little bit, because my phone has to be plugged in, so I can't plug my mic in because it goes in the same port. So I'm just gonna do this little bit last of kitting up that I have, and then I'm gonna get everything set up so I can start this one. So beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful. It is another big one, of course. There we go with another. Another big one. They're just like traveling everywhere. Goodness. These diamonds, they're gonna mind of their own. I'm ending up just cutting up the dryer sheets, and I'm gonna stick them in the little containers. Look at this mess I'm making. So yeah, thank you, V, for mentioning me in your video, or saying hi, that you're gonna watch my videos. I hope you like them. Thank you for being so encouraging, Granny. I look forward to your videos every day. I know that. I'm gonna try to get these static off of them a little bit before I pour them. Okay. I did play back a little bit when my camera stopped recording. I did play back a little bit and listen to the mic, because I wanted to hear the sound of, you know, if it sounded better, and it was way better. I think it sounded way better. So I'll try to remember that for future reference. Get another one out here. Let's see, what's the next one? We'll do 3807. Getting down here, we're getting down to the last few, and they're giving me a fit, so I'm just gonna do my best here. My throat is getting dry. I'm not used to talking this much. I'm usually, like I said, kind of the shy one back in the corner, the introvert that just people watches. So I usually don't, you know, talk much. So I guess this is my outlet, my talking outlet. If I feel like I need to talk with somebody or chat, I'll just get on here and talk your little ear off. And hopefully I keep you company. I should pour this on the dryer sheet. I'll try it again. Just gonna get out the dryer sheet here. Oh my gosh, the dog's going nuts. Can you hear him? He is My husband must have just got home. So, from hunting. So he's got to cry and act like he hasn't seen him for a week. He's so silly. My Chihuahua's hilarious. He's like the loudest alarm system that I have. I mean, a big dog's good for force, but a little dog's good for alarm bells. Someone's here. Warning, warning. There we go. Okay. Just only got a few more. This will give you guys something to listen to for a little while. Sorry, I mean, I know you wanted a longer video, but I'm going a little overboard with over 2 hours, right? But I hope you enjoy it, and it gives you something to listen to and keep you company for a little while. Let's see, we'll do 341. 341. Cannot figure out what this other one is. I'll have to go through my kit or my kitting up, and maybe I'll find it. Because of the dyslexia, sometimes I can get numbers mixed up, and it kind of makes it a pain in the butt. But I might be able to figure it out once I see whatever color's left, because they're color-coded stickers. So, and this is a pretty light blue, so I'll figure it out though before I start my whip and chat. And hey, if you guys just get sick of hearing me, all you gotta do is push stop. Come back to it later if you want. But yeah, I think I started this. I lived in the Dalles. I was born in Boring, Oregon. Moved to the Dalles when I was about 6. We lived there. We moved from out Mill Creek. We moved out to, or into town in the Dalles, into a 3-story house. So we had friends that wanted to trade. We had more kids, and they only needed a small area. So we literally traded houses with them. So it was a 3-story house. And there was a lot more room for us kids to run around. It was on 9th Street in the Dalles. The house is not there anymore, but it was demolished, which was probably good because it was haunted. I got stories there, boy. It was scary. We were little kids. So, and then, so I went to Joseph G. Wilson, and that school isn't even there anymore. So much has changed. And then, after about, I think we lived there till I was about, I think I was 8 or 9. My mom still lived there, but we ended up, unfortunately, we ended up in foster care for a little while. But it was a hard time. It was a really hard time. So bounced around in foster care, lived with some family. When I was about, I was 11, I think. After I'd been in a few foster homes, my aunt and uncle took me and my brother and my 2 brothers, 2 of my brothers in. And we were there with them for about a year. She's the one who taught me how to knit, my aunt, my dad's sister. But we were there for about a year. And then after that, I mean, there was another couple foster homes. And by the time I was 13, I had moved in with my other aunt and uncle. So I was, let's see, we'll do 801. Yeah. Okay. Let's see something here. I gotta find 801. because I'm betting that that's the sticker that I'm missing. So I moved in with my aunt and uncle when I was 14. I was 13 and a half, and I moved in with my aunt and uncle. They're actually my mom's second cousins, so they had been my third cousins. My mom's first cousins, and they would have been my second cousins. So I moved in with them, and I lived there till I was 18 in Battleground, Washington. Something screwy here. Something screwy wooey. Okay, I'll just do, instead of 801, I'll do 791. Sorry, didn't mean to bump you. I'll do 791. I'll have to get this straightened out. I don't know what the heck. They must have got home. So if you hear noises in the background, they're home from hunting. Okay. Are you kidding me right now? There we go. Okay. This is a long kitting up. There's so many colors. So I lived with it would have been my mom's first cousins, my second cousins. And I lived with them till I was 18. And when I was 18, I decided it was time to fly the nest. So I moved to Montana. And I lived there till I was well into my 30s. And then my husband and I, we moved over here to Williston, North Dakota, and we've been here ever since. So this will be our 14th year here. This is pretty bad. Just gotta get rid of them, I guess. This is 791. Yep, 791. I'm going to use, well, I guess I don't have any smaller ones, so sorry for the reach. Okay, 336. 310 is the last sticker. That's 801. So I'm gonna have to, that's okay, yeah. I just overlook the stickers sometimes, I guess. I'll do 336 next. I guess that's what I get for talking and trying to kit up at the same time. I get confused. Sometimes it's easy to overlook, make mistakes. Okay. Now I'm going to do 801. Sorry about the crinkles. I'm just trying to get through this kitting up. With all the static, it makes it a little bit harder. All right. Do you think I can get these in here without them jumping around? Nope. that's a little bit about me. I know I might have said that a lot of the stuff when I was doing my get to know me, my very first get to know me video. So I might have talked a little bit about some of the stuff, and it might be a repeat of some of this information. If I need to shake them, I'm trying to shake them away, farther away from the camera, so you don't, from the phone, so you don't hear it so much. It's going to be a really long video. I hope you guys are okay with it. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm gonna probably, when I'm done with this, I'll probably visit with the guys a little bit and see if they got a deer or scouted one, seen any. Like I said a little bit ago, I was hearing some rifles, so oh my gosh. Okay. I'll put this down. I hope this is good for you guys. I don't know. I'll get better at it. You know, trying to think of, I could come up with some really good questions like would you rather. Sometimes my kids do that with me. Or, you know, questions, and then you guys, it could be more interactive where you guys could just answer in the comments or whatever. So, yeah. Okay, I need a really large one now because these 310, there's a lot of 310s. Well, it almost looks like I'm short one sticker. Unless I put, well, it could be anything really. I'll figure it out when I'm done here. You guys probably saw my mistake somewhere in the video and yelling at me. Don't do that. Gosh, you would think that, huh. One of these would have had to have 2 stickers. Because I'm literally missing a sticker. I'll look down the legend and see if I can trace my steps here. And this is 310. There are 3 bags of 310. Some people try to avoid 310 just because it's overdone. Maybe because black is in a lot of them. Okay, let's cut these last 2 open. I just kind of wonder if the guys are going to go back out tomorrow and go hunting again. Sorry, I'm not in frame. Oh, don't do that. I'm just going to start dumping, I guess. And a lot of people, I think, try to avoid the 310 black because they, have said that there's a lot of trash in them. And I mean, I guess I have experienced a little bit of that, but it's not too overwhelming. Of course, I haven't done as much diamond painting as some people out there. I'm sure there's people that have done a lot more than me. Okay. Try to get this last one in. Maybe there's not as much static in this one, but okay. Oops. Sorry, I got quiet there. I am trying to think of what to say. I'm struggling a little bit with this 310. Try to fill my time and not have too much dead space there. But just so you know, I'm still here. If you're not watching, I am still here. Probably go out and here in a little bit and see if there's any more chicken eggs, because we get quite a few eggs every day. I've got a lot of my little chicken babies. I have a chicken out there. Her name is Peekaboo. I hatched her. I got the egg. I hatched her out. I'm going to put some dryer sheets in here. And I named her Peekaboo because she used to, inside of the warmer, she would peek her head up and find me. It was really sweet. But yeah, so there you go. There's my kitting up. And I'll see you on a whip and chat. Like if you like, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I appreciate you guys watching, and I am hearing and reading your comments. I'm hearing you and reading your comments and trying to be really understanding. So, and think of everything. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Leave a comment if you'd like, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.